In Oklahoma City, this is KTVY Channel 4.
From Oklahoma City's leading news station, this is NewsCenter 4.
Good afternoon, everyone. The search for escaped double murder suspect.
From Oklahoma's first television station, this is NewsCenter 4 Update.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Edwards. Linda Cavanaugh is off tonight celebrating somewhere.
Channel 4, KTVY in Oklahoma City.
Good evening, everybody. A church dinner was interrupted last night.
In Oklahoma tonight, dozens of families reeling from tragedy. An explosion at Star Elementary School in Spencer has left 5 children and 1 teacher dead. 35 were injured. It's being called one of the worst tragedies of the decade.
In Oklahoma City, it's 5 o'clock. Do you know where this child is?
First in television news, this is Action 4 at 5.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jerry Adams.
And I'm George.
First in television news, this is Action 4 at 5:30.
Good evening. I'm Jerry Adams.
And I'm
First in television news, this is Action 4 tonight.
You're watching KTVY Channel 4. The Volunteer Connection needs you. And now, from Oklahoma City, George Tomek, Ben McCain, Butch McCain, Robbie Robertson. This is News 4 Oklahoma.
Good afternoon. The search for a Lake Hefner drowned.
From Oklahoma City, Linda Cavanaugh, Jerry Adams, Jim Williams, Bob Barry. This is News 4 Oklahoma.
Good evening. I'm Linda Cavanaugh.
And I'm Jerry Adams.
From Oklahoma City, Terry Cook, Dan Slocum, Dan Terrellkill, Bob Barry Jr. This is News 4 Oklahoma.
Good evening. News 4 has learned tonight.
It's 7:25 a.m. This is News 4 Oklahoma.
Good morning, Oklahoma. We're the McCain brothers.
Continued cool today, but warming up tomorrow.
Now, this is News 4 Oklahoma.
Will bloodshed be the only way to crush the protests for democracy in China?
But our top story this afternoon concerns the upcoming Olympic Festival here in Oklahoma.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Bob Donaldson.
And I'm UZ Brown, Washington.
This is your 24-hour news and information station, KFOR-TV, Oklahoma City.
The weather put a damper on a lot of tourist spots this spring with all the flooding, but now the weather is credited with bringing the beaches back to life.
And in health this morning, they're the hottest debates in healthcare today. Can needles, vitamins, herbs, and minerals aid in healing? We'll take a look.
a tough guy. You do a lot of pansy things.
This year's summer blockbuster films feature a lot of kids in some leading roles. Who are they? And how did they get there? We'll find out this morning in our 4 Stars Report. Good to have you with us on this Monday morning. I'm Devin Skillian.
And I'm Tammy Payne. We are glad you're beginning your morning and your week with us.
From KFOR, Oklahoma's News Channel, this is First News at 4:30 with Linda Cavanaugh.
I feel, I don't know, just real, you know?
It's difficult to describe the sense of loss fire victims feel.
Where the news comes first 24 hours a day. This is KFOR-TV, Oklahoma's news channel.
Was sending in tanks and tear gas the best way to end the 51-day-old cult standoff last week in Texas? Congress is asking the decision makers on Capitol Hill that very question today.
Where the news is rated first in Oklahoma. You're watching News Channel 4 with Linda Cavanaugh, Devin Skillian, weather with Wayne Shattuck, and Bob Barry with sports. Where the news comes first, 24 hours a day. This is Oklahoma's News Channel 4.
Almost 2 years after the Murrah building bombing, the wheels of justice are turning in Denver.
Where the news comes first, 24 hours a day. This is Oklahoma's News Channel 4.
The men and women of the jury, tomorrow morning.
Expect the news first. This is Oklahoma's News Channel 4.
Good morning, I'm Tara Bloom. Your forecast is coming up, but
expect the news first. This is Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Expect the news first on Oklahoma's News Channel 4 with Tammy Payne, Lance West, and the forewarned storm team's Mike Morgan. Expect the news first. This is Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 6.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News Channel 4 at 6. I'm Linda Cavanaugh.
And I'm Kevin Ogle, and we begin tonight with...
Expect the news first on Oklahoma's News Channel 4 with Tammy Payne, Lance West, the forewarned storm team's Mike Morgan, and Bob Barry with sports. Expect the news first. This is Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 6. Expect the news first on Oklahoma's News Channel 4 with Rashonda Tate, the forewarned storm team's Troy Bridges, and Brian Brinkley with sports. You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 6.
Welcome. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for News Channel 4 at 6. I'm Kevin Ogle.
And I'm Linda Cavanaugh.
You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 6:30.
Good evening. We begin tonight with
You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 10. You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 10 with Linda Cavanaugh, Kevin Ogle, the forewarned storm team's Mike Morgan, Bob Barry Jr. with sports, and Brad Edwards in your corner. You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 6.
Good evening, I'm Rashonda Tate. We begin.
You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at noon.
Thank you for joining us here at noon. I'm Ken Ogle. We're streaming this newscast live worldwide at KFOR.com.
You're watching Oklahoma's News Channel 4 at 4:30.
The top stories on Oklahoma's News Channel 4. 2 news helicopters collide while pursuing a high-speed chase on the ground. We'll have the latest on this breaking story.
You're watching News Channel 4 at 5.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
You're watching News Channel 4 at 6.
Thanks for being here this evening. An update.
You're watching News Channel 4 at 10.
And we begin tonight at 10 with the much anticipated...
You're watching 4 at 4 a.m., the news leader.
Coming up this morning on News Channel 4 at 4, a Norman officer is injured when a routine traffic stop turns into a chase. Plus, the Sony hacking scandal is extending past Hollywood. It's becoming a serious threat. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. News Channel 4 at 4 starts right now.
You're watching News Channel 4, the news leader.
2 fatal shootings last night in the metro. Now the search is on for the shooters.
And a man facing life in prison for filming his son's physical abuse and doing nothing to stop it. The disturbing video that put behind bars coming up.
Gosh, I cannot forget those images when that story first broke a few months ago.
You're watching News Channel 4 at 5, the news leader.
Thanks for joining us. We begin with severe weather in our area. Let's go right to Mike Morgan in the forewarning.
You're watching News Channel 4 at 6, the news leader.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Shelter Brigham.
You're watching News Channel 4 at 10, the news leader.
She was starved nearly to death.
Always there for you. This is News Channel 4 Extra Edition at 6:30.
And thanks for joining us. I'm Jolene Cheney.
I'm Lance West.
Always there for you. This is News Channel 4 at 6. Always there for you. This is News Channel 4 at 10.
Good evening, everyone. Along with Linda Cavanaugh, I'm Kevin Ogle.
You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 this morning.
Coming up this morning on Oklahoma's News 4 at 4, an Ada bus driver is found dead after he's convicted of molesting young girls on his bus.
You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 at 5.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Brent Skarkey in for Lance West.
And I'm Jolene Cheney in for Heather Holman.
You're watching Oklahoma's News 4 at 10.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Kevin Ogle.
And I'm Jolene Cheney. Before we get started tonight, welcome to our new home.
This has been years in the making.
News Channel 4, always there for you.